Hi, I'm Phoebe Pace. This is my mum Kerry from Diverse Learners. We're both dyspraxic and we're going to help you and talk about 3 things and explain why eating can sometimes be quite difficult and not to feel too bad about it. So we're going to help you understand why eating can be difficult, help you feel better and more positive, and give you some techniques which can help this.
Okay, so as Phoebe said, we're both dyspraxic, and eating for us is a bit of a challenge. We tend to be quite messy, there's a lot of forks clattering on plates and all sorts of things like that. So first of all, I want to explain why, if you've got dyspraxia, why eating might be quite difficult for you. And if you understand why it's going to be difficult for you, then you'll not tend to feel so bad about it. So if you're dyspraxic, you can have coordination difficulties and hand-eye coordination difficulties. So that's a skill that is needed when you're eating. You have the plate and you want to grab something on the plate with your fork. You have to know how far away it is, you have to scoop it up, you have to grab it and put it in your mouth. So that's coordination, that idea there. So we find that difficult and normally most people do if they're dyspraxic. Depth perception, how far something is away or how near something is. So again, you can overjudge, so you can clatter the plate or scrape the plate, or you can miss things, or think something is heavier than it is to lift up, and that can again make some messes.
It can affect you with drinking as well, because sometimes when I drink, I end up spilling something down my throat because I don't quite grasp whereabouts my mouth is to the drink.
Yes, so she'll spill stuff down there. So you tend to use a straw, don't you?
Yes, straws are very good for me.
Okay, and the other thing is fine motor skills. That's all the stuff that you need for dexterity. So shoelaces, buttons, zips, so all the little tiddly widdly bits. And of course you need that control when you're also eating. It's one of the ways dyspraxia is identified is fine motor controls, gross motor controls and depth perception. So that's why it can be challenging if you're dyspraxic in eating, because not only are those 3 things needed, those 3 things are needed in combination. So you need hand-eye coordination to grab the food and put it in your mouth. You need depth perception to know how far away it is and where your mouth is, as Phoebe said earlier. And also the fine motor controls for all the different techniques you need for spaghetti and scooping and scraping and things like that. So there's the reasons why you find it difficult. We're now going to give you some ideas about how cutlery can make a difference and how gadgets and gizmos and little few techniques can make a difference. So stay tuned.